Yes indeed, yes indeed, yes indeed, yes indeed, yes indeed, yes indeed. See, the first couple of claps was for the show. Welcome to Sunday Night Live. I'm your host, 58 South, along with my co-host for the evening, Mr. Roberson. What's going on, sir?
What's going on, sir? Glad to be here again. Hope you like
Hey.
my new look. Got my intellectual look going on. My books and my glasses on.
all those books on that bookshelf in the background are sports books. He's read every last one of them, y'all. Please believe that. The second round of clapping was for the New Orleans Saints. One more time for the New Orleans Saints, ladies and gentlemen. One more time for the New Orleans Saints. Yeah, that's the first and last time you will ever see that on this show. They took care of business. They took care of QB number 6 for us today. It was a nasty game, but can't believe I'm saying this out loud, but I'm glad the Saints won. Now we are tied for first place in the NFC South. I can't believe it. I might as well get a lottery ticket. I think I should go get a lottery ticket.
Man, I'm telling you, the way y'all play, the way Carolina play with them 2 running backs, if they run them and keep it going right like they have, they're gonna win that division. I believe that because they got, they got a good running game. They can control most games.
Yeah, but when the other team knows that and they keys in on it, then our problem becomes which Bryce Young you're gonna get.
Well, yeah, that's always gonna play a part in it. Your quarterback got to play all right to good for you to win consistently, but we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. Hey, everybody, since y'all done joined us, man, don't forget like, share, subscribe. Tell everybody else about the live. Go on, jump in here. You know what I mean? You know what we do. We talk about a lot of sports. We give reactions. Talk about a couple topics. Like right now, the Green Bay Packers are tied up with the Chicago Bears. So right now, live, while the game is going on, you're going to get reactions from the other side of the show here, because that is a huge Chicago Bears fan we talking to.
Yeah, you had to forgive me because I might be looking up at my TV and going like that. Green Bay is driving right now, but I'm engaged though.
Hey, it's cool. I understand. I was checking my my Tar Heels out right before I got on here, so I understand, man. I get it. Well, let's keep it in North Carolina for the time being, man. He's a native of North Carolina. He was ending his professional career out there in LA, and his professional career ended a lot sooner than he had predicted. He had planned on playing the entire NBA season, but they told him, we're going to give you an early Christmas present. You can go home now. The Los Angeles Clippers got rid of Chris Paul in the middle of the night during a road trip. Fair or foul on the LA Clippers? Was this a disrespectful to the legend? Well, I ain't gonna say legend. Excuse me, to the legacy of Chris Paul, or this was business is business.
I think the way they did it, man, was disrespectful. It was really disrespectful. The dude sleep in his bed 3 a.m. in the morning. You call him, text him, whatever they did, and they tell him that he to just go on back home. I mean, that was a very disrespectful way that was handled, and it's a bad look on their organization all the way around. From that standpoint, I'm not saying that what they did in terms of letting him go, I'm not saying that wasn't something that maybe needed to be done. but the way they did it was very horrible.
I look at it, I'm looking at this two separate ways, right? Uh, as far as how they handled it, I think it was. I do feel like it was disrespectful too because of just all that Chris Paul has done for the game of
Mhm.
basketball, being a ambassador of for the game of basketball.
He
That's
the
foul.
greatest Clipper ever.
Hey,
He
get
the
no
best
argument
player
out of
they
me.
ever had.
Get no argument out of me, man. Get no argument out of me. But on the flip side of that, we know
Mhm.
guys who are way less talented than Chris Paul, but are loved and revered in locker rooms all across the NBA.
Mhm.
So that leads me to believe what Lou Will and Paul Pierce kind of confirmed for me with basketball, it was basketballnetwork.net, where they were saying his attitude as far
Yeah.
as having that Jordan Kobe like what's the word I'm looking for? Competitiveness, right? Where
Right.
he likes to call out, players when you can do something better. And it was Pierce. I think it was Paul Pierce was the one that said this time though, he started criticizing the front office. And I think that's what got you sent home.
Well, I saw another one where Paul Pierce was saying something else with him and KG on the podcast.
Mm,
He wasn't saying that as far as criticizing uh Chris Paul. He was all on the LA Clippers, like, man, it was wrong and all that. But I tend to, my thoughts on this was yeah, man, Chris Paul, and it's been his reputation for a long time, man, that he grinds on players. He's hard to play with and things like that. And when you are good, when you're still contributing to the team, eh, contributing to winning, that's all good. You mentioned MJ and Kobe. They never played on a team where they wasn't contributing to winning, even though they could be, you know, asshole, all of that.
yeah.
They were contributing to the team winning. But yo, Chris Paul, they brought you in to be like, I'm not saying he couldn't contribute because last year he played well with the Spurs. He helped them. But if you're not helping, you're playing 8, 10 minutes a game, man. You can't be up in there trying to, run practices and contradicting the coach and all these kind of things and expect to stay with the team. If you helping them, yeah. But you supposed to be you and the coach got to be in lockstep when you in that position like he's in, and you hold guys accountable the way the coach is. But what I heard was, and what I read and stuff was, the coach will call a certain play, then he up in the guy's ear talking about, man, no, don't do that, do this.
So okay, so Juice broke the news to me as we were recording our last like full episode, not a live, but the full episode.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things I was like, so let's just speculate what happened. And that's exactly one of the things I said. I was like, he probably said, look, man, Ty, we all us out here probably better than Ty Lue. We all know Ty Lue from getting stepped over from by Allen Iverson, man. He wasn't really no player like that. I'm saying this is what Chris Paul was probably telling guys in the huddle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look, we're gonna run it, forget that pick and roll stuff he talking about, man. We're gonna do like a pick and pop or whatever, and he just comes or like undercutting the guy at every turn.
Mm-hmm.
And like you were saying, if you contributing to the team, if you out there on the floor with the guys, I guess I can get that. Like Paul Pierce made an example on the same website I read where he said sometimes Doc would call a play and Rajon Rondo would be like, "Yeah, I see that, but nah, this we gonna do this," because they respected his basketball IQ out there on the floor. But
Right.
another thing, like you were saying, but Rajon was on the floor actually playing
Contributing
and
to winning.
contributing at the time.
And Chris Paul wasn't, man. So you can't be you can't be that same guy that you were when you were the superstar if you're not playing. They not gonna put up with that. I mean, so both sides. This was just a really bad situation all the way around. Because, like I said, he's the greatest Clipper of all time. I can't even think of any Clipper player who I think maybe Bill Walton played for him. I believe way back in the day, and I think he might have been good for him. or Bob McAdoo, I think, but there's no Clipper player better than him. So respect needs to be shown in that regard. But hey, man, we trying to win right now. We struggling already. We don't need you to be messing it up more.
Now let me ask you this: Do you think? Do you think if they weren't 5-16 at the time, that this would have been a different turn, a different situation?
Um, it depends, man. I mean, if he was no, I don't really, unless because if they were winning, say they were 16-5, right?
Hmm.
Completely different record. Um, he may have been going along. Only way it would have been different if he's going along with what they're doing and they're winning. If they were 16-5, but he was still not feeling what the coach was doing, because I've heard this over the years that he would do that whether you winning or losing.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so if he was they were doing well and he's still second guessing the coach all the time and talking to these veteran guys, because the Clippers don't have no rookies. They are a veteran laden team. So they they will look at that like it might be a cancerous thing even if they were winning. So I can't say it would have been different unless he would have been going along with what was happening because they were winning.
Mm-mm. Now, do you think another, not just another team, but do you think a potential contender is going to pick up Chris Paul to, I guess, allow him to have that farewell tour for his last season, or this is it?
Well, and I watched KG on and Paul that podcast KG and Paul Pierce was on, and I kind of agree with KG when he said this, man. I think Chris Paul still has some stuff left in the tank. I
Mm.
think because he played well last year. It ain't like he played well 5 years ago and been garbage for 5 years. He played well last year with the Spurs. So I think some team can benefit from having him um, if they prep for how he's going to be, because it's
Mm.
clear that you can't go and tell, even if he says it's okay, because I believe that when he signed with the Clippers, they came and told him, "Hey, man, this is what we think your role going to be with us. This is what we expect from you." So, and it still went sideways, even though he said, "Yeah, okay, I'm cool with that." He may say he cool with a lesser role with another team, and kind of not really be cool with it. That team has to be, in my opinion, that team has to be prepared for that. They have to have a strong locker room, and those kind of things. But I think he could still help a team. I'm trying to think of a team who he can help. You know, Houston, they need a point guard real bad. I mean, Van Vliet ain't there. Houston has a strong coach, Udoka. He might be able to handle him and coach him like that. Um, that's the only team I could think of right now. Maybe I'm sure like Sacramento, they need a point guard, but they're not really winning or anything, so he
Ooh,
might not
that's
want to go there.
well, that's a tough way to go. That's a tough way to go for your last season in Sacramento.
Yeah,
Good gracious.
yeah. So contending teams, man. Maybe Houston, and I'm sure there's others, but that's the one that come to mind first for me.
Gotcha. I was thinking Oklahoma City, like I guess kind of like throwing
Man,
him a bone.
they don't need to get him.
I mean, just for the simple fact of we can allow you to at least get a ring, get that ring that you never got.
Yeah, yeah, but
Cause we don't need your brand
that's what I'm
of
saying.
what do we call this, encouragement. We don't need your brand of encouragement. We're already
They
good
their
there.
chemistry is too good to bring him in, bro. I would not recommend that, but hey, you know,
Oh, the Timberwolves. That'll be his attitude
yeah,
with Ant Edwards. That'll be perfect.
that
That'll be
that
perfect.
is a good that is a good match. Yeah, because I don't know, but I don't know how much of a step up that would be over Conley. They still have Conley, right?
Yeah, I mean, Conley will still be playing. It's just Chris Paul will be that veteran leadership in the locker room. But then you got to
Mhm.
wonder. But then you got to, I guess, make a side bet to see how long it's going to take for him and Julius Randle to throw hands, or him and Rudy
Yeah.
Gobert to throw hands too. Cause them make the two, they make the two guys you just gonna talk to any type of way, and you know their game is kind of sporadic. They're real streaky
Mhm.
type guys. They're not gonna be consistent throughout the season, and that's where that
Mhm.
Chris Paul's gonna show up.
Yeah, but that is a good spot too. Minnesota would be good. Um, said I'm sure there's others, but man, I do think he's gonna have to, and hopefully this kind of experience humbles him a little bit with that leadership style, maybe. But
This it. This the last season now.
mhm.
Ain't no need to quit now. You know what I
Well,
mean? Like it worked 21 years. You know what I mean?
it did, but you had the skill set to back it up for 21 years too.
This is true. This is true. But a lot of teams just might stay away from Chris Paul because it's I don't know what Chris Paul did to upset the basketball gods, but they do not like this man. They don't like him. Let's just go back
They
and
don't
go
like.
back through Chris Paul's history a little bit now. Chris Paul had an opportunity early in his career to win a championship, guaranteed. But David Stern, I never thought in a million years that the NBA commissioner could tell somebody anybody can get traded anywhere except him. Chris Paul cannot go play with Kobe Bryant.
I couldn't believe that when it happened, man. I was like, wow. And if I remember thinking back to that, I think they said they could do that because the team he played on at the time didn't have an owner. Wasn't that it?
The
And was,
league had owned the I think they were the Hornets. They were the New
yeah,
Orleans Hornets at the time.
yeah, that's why they did that, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what they keep saying. That's what they say.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
knowing what you know about Chris Paul now, it might have been something. It might have been something totally different, man.
It might have, but I hope the best for the dude because I do think he competes hard when he plays. Um, I when they were in that finals and when they were with Lob City, man, look, I love that team.
They were still fun. They were fun to watch. They were
They
real
were a
fun to
fun
watch.
team, man. So you want the guy to go out well, but it is what it is sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of being fun to watch and it is what it is. Let's discuss this college football playoff bracket.
Mhm.
See the top four teams, meaning they get a bye. You know, you got Indiana. They upset Ohio State last night. Ohio State's right behind them at number two. Georgia's number three. Texas Tech at number four. So they won't even play that first weekend.
Mhm.
Now, getting down to the nitty gritty, Oregon is playing James Madison. Ole Miss is playing Tulane. Texas A&M is playing, surprise to me, Miami.
Mhm.
Oklahoma is playing Alabama. Now, James Madison and Tulane, they had to get in because, the
The group of
outside,
5 thing.
yeah.
Mhm.
So they had to get in, no problem there. Any surprises to you in this bracket?
Not really. Because I told you last week I didn't think that Notre Dame should get in over Miami, and clearly they did not. Um, you know, I guess if I'm being objective, maybe. I'm Alabama got 3 losses. I'm an Alabama fan, so I'm glad that they in. But I guess you could argue that they maybe should not be in. But they had a stretch where they beat like 4 or 5 ranked teams back to back, 5 weeks in a row. So that got to count for something too. Um, and they made it to the championship game. The uh, I guess looking at not the teams that are in it, but I think that Georgia should be ranked above Ohio State though. Um,
Because of the loss in the championship game.
because of the loss in the championship game and because of the way Georgia won their championship game. Georgia beat Alabama pretty good, and Ohio State lost. I think they should be above Ohio State, but That's it in my opinion. I don't think Notre Dame got nothing they could say, man. Come to a conference, you know, they played the 2 good teams they played, Ohio State and Miami, they lost to them. So, all right, you know, y'all got to schedule up. They beat USC, but USC, you know, all right, they in and out of the rankings, you know, this
Right,
year.
right, right.
You don't really have too much they can say.
So you think this is gonna force Notre Dame to actually pick a conference in football like they did in basketball?
No, I don't think they will because Notre Dame gets a lot of preferential treatment without having that conference in terms of they got a TV deal. NBC shows all their games every week.
Mm-hmm.
They get to play who they want to play. If they want to schedule somebody and make it a big time made for TV game, they get that. Um, there's really no benefit from them joining a conference in football unless they're pointing straight to something like this. So I think this might have to happen to them a couple more times before they say we'll move into a conference.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. And to
And
be honest, I don't think it will happen to them a couple more times.
I can see that. Matter of fact, considering what they just did, when you were talking about it before we actually became live, you said that they declined any bowl invitation since they didn't
Right.
make the college football playoff.
They took their ball and went home, bruh.
And I think that's gonna have some ramifications for next year too. The committee's probably gonna look at them like, so if you're telling us you're not good enough, we're not good enough for you if you can't make a college football playoff without being in any conference. So they're
Oh,
gonna have to win out. Fumble, interception. What happened over there?
oh man. Caleb Williams threw an interception at the end of the game. 22 seconds left. Uh, Green Bay had scored a touchdown. They was up 28-21. We
Mm-hmm.
we drove it down to we was on like they 10-yard line, and he throws an interception that ends the game. All right, well, my bad, man. Go ahead.
Oh no, man. Hey, it's we talking sports. You're watching sports. Hey, commentating on sports, brother. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man.
And the guy was open. It was if he'd have thrown it a little bit hot, little more air under it, it would have been a touchdown, man. Underthrown, man. The guy was open. Oh, okay.
Hey, man. It's still a learning curve for
Mm-hmm.
young Caleb, man. Young Caleb. 9-4 now.
They're 9-4. Yeah.
Still
But they
atop the
play
division though.
now. Green Bay is gonna be at the top now of the division. But they played them real well. They you know they will it was very competitive, and I still think they got a chance to beat them next time. We still got Detroit one more time, so we good. But we lost 28-21 this one.
Mm. Well, my Panthers are undefeated this weekend, so I appreciate them for that. You know,
Yeah.
we we had a much needed bye. Oh,
Okay. I guess
there we go.
my background. I don't know. It went away. It's all good.
I was gonna say, I know he ain't get mad. Got mad at the score and said, "Man, I'll talk to this dude next week."
No.
All
That'll be
right, sticking sticking with the conference. Excuse me, the college football playoff. Who's your favorite to win the championship out of the guys that are actually in it?
I still think Georgia, man. I think Georgia has the best overall team.
Mm.
Out of the teams in it. I think though that Indiana is good. They are better than I thought. I watched them play Ohio State yesterday, and they handled them pretty well. Um, but I still got to see them. I don't know. Maybe I'll admit that maybe I'm an SEC bias guy. Because I'm looking at like Alabama playing Oklahoma. If Alabama can beat Oklahoma, they'll have a road to at least get to the semifinals, maybe even the championship game. Because if I think correctly, they will play Indiana. I believe they play Indiana if they win, right?
Right.
So even though Indiana, I just think the Big Ten is a second. I just got to see them beat SEC teams. And I don't mean like the ones that just came. People talking about, well, they beat Ohio State beat Texas. Okay, Texas is not a blue blood SEC. They are a blue blood football team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about somebody like Alabama, like Georgia, a team like that. I want to see Indiana and Ohio State beat one of those. Well, Indiana particularly beat
Yeah.
one of those teams. So Indiana's good, but I still favor Georgia in the in the tournament.
You see, Georgia will play the winner between Tulane and Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't think they'll have a problem there because Ole Miss won't have Lane Kiffin on the sideline.
Yeah,
Um,
Ole Miss might lose that game because of that. That can really affect the team.
yeah, absolutely, man. And plus, so my next question to you would have been, your Cinderella out of the whole tournament.
Well, honestly, I I want to say, well, I'm going to say it, but it depends on your boy, the quarterback, Miami. It depends
Oh
on
God.
it
Oh
depends on him, Carson Beck.
yeah, yeah.
Miami has some good talent on the team. Um, but he's proven that they'll get into the throes of a close game, man, and he'll throw an interception or something to mess it up for him. So out of the pack, let me see. I don't really like Oregon that much. But I gotta pick one, I guess. So I would say Miami.
Miami. Whew. And the thing about them, I don't think they get past Texas A&M in the
Yeah.
first round. Yeah, I don't think they get past them. And due to exactly what you just said, Carson Beck, when you know you have to win,
Mhm.
he's gonna blow it. He's gonna
Mhm.
blow it. He's gonna let that defense down, who has two of the top five edge rushers in the country on the same team. Probably go top five in the draft or whatever, but that's gonna be for nothing because he's gonna get the ball right back to the opposing team's offense.
Mhm.
So I'm looking at it's between. No, I don't think James Madison gonna pull off an upset. Not in Eugene, Oregon.
Yeah.
Man, I hate to go against you, man, but it looked like Oklahoma might be the Cinderella. No, 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 no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Tulane. I'm gonna take Tulane.
Tulane.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Green Wave.
Well, all right. uh, you know who they play? Let me look at it myself.
Yeah, I got Ole Miss first.
They got Ole Miss first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they might win that one because Ole Miss. Ole Miss. But I just even with Ole Miss not having a coach, I think they'll be able to beat that team, man. I just do. I don't see. I had to disagree there.
That's cool, cause I don't think all the Ole Miss players are gonna be there. I don't even mean physically. I just mean I think some of them have already checked out due to
Mhm.
you got to the point that y'all talked about getting to at the beginning of the season. But the guy that sold y'all the bill of goods, he done skated off with the bag and
Mhm.
and went on to another team. So now y'all just looking around like, well, man, I guess everything he was talking about really ain't mean too much. What are we really playing for? Cause then if we win this game, we gotta go play Georgia. We gotta go play Kirby Smart.
Mhm. And that's why. So if Tulane beats Ole Miss, you think they'll beat Georgia?
No. By me saying Cinderella, meaning a team you don't expect to win a game,
Oh, to
winning the
win
game.
one game.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
I ain't looking at this like one shining moment like the NCAA
okay. I
tournament.
thought
We're
you
not
were.
about to no. No.
Oh, okay.
Football still football now. We ain't no getting past that part.
Right.
Nobody at Tulane is stronger, faster, none of that than anybody in the SEC.
Well, that's kind of what I thought when I said Miami. That you meant. That's why I said them like a team that could go on a run or something.
Oh no, they're not gonna beat Texas A&M. No, Texas A&M is upset right now that they lost the one game that they lost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we will. I mean, we'll see, man. I think Miami. I mean, Miami could beat Texas A&M.
That game is not being played in Miami.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But
I'll put it this way, you have more faith in Miami than a lot of people who like Miami.
maybe so. Maybe so. I mean, I watched them play a couple of times, man, and I just think they got some talent. They just
They do.
they got some talent. They at quarterback let them down a couple of losses they had. And I would just think he got big game experience, man. You know,
Yeah.
so that's why I picked him. He got
Miami
the
is a Miami is a very, very nice car, but the power steering fluid leaking.
yeah. It might get. I mean, it might sputter a little bit, but it'll get you to point B.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna want to keep putting power steering fluid in there though. Every time you get ready to
Yeah,
ride, you
yeah.
don't want to keep doing that.
Mhm.
You ain't gonna want
Mhm.
to keep doing that. And Texas A&M, all they had to do was patch up. You know what I mean? A tire that had a nail in it. They got the nail out. They're good to go now.
Mhm.
They about to roll all over Miami. I'm confident in saying that.
Do you think? Do you think Texas A&M could go on the run?
I
Do
do.
you
I
have
really do.
that
I had Texas A&M winning the whole thing earlier in the season.
think? Mhm.
When they went down to South Carolina the way they did, I think was it 30-3 at halftime,
Yeah. Yeah.
and came back and won that game. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, this that kind of stuff where special seasons are made of. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Mhm.
When they lost the one game that kept them out of the they lost to Texas, excuse me, and it kept them out of the SEC the SEC championship game. I'm like, I need to see who they're playing. That might have lit another fire up on them, but I'm still, still strong on Texas A&M.
They good.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
good. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they beat Miami. I just don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna whoop them though.
Man, that defense from Miami, they're gonna do everything they possibly can to win that game. And Carson Beck is gonna do everything he possibly can to throw it away.
Yeah.
Back in
Yeah.
SEC country too, man, this is that's trauma. That boy walking right back into his old trauma.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
he gonna have. I don't think being away from it for a year was enough time to shake them demons. To be honest with
Yeah. Yeah. I get that.
you. Yeah. So yeah. Speaking of shaking demons, the Baltimore Ravens let me down, man. The
I
Baltimore
think they
Ravens
got.
let
I
me
think
down.
they got robbed though. You saw that?
I so I saw, you know how they at halftime or whatever game you watching, they'll show you the clips and everything. So I
Mhm.
saw the gentleman, he caught it. I guess he didn't have possession long enough, they were saying.
But he did, man. He caught the ball, had 2 feet down in the end zone. Now
Mm-hmm.
he 1, 2 feet down, and then he dropped the ball, and they said it wasn't no catch. I've seen those kind of scenarios be called catches plenty of times. At any rate, it should have been a catch and fumble, not
Mm.
no incomplete pass. They said incomplete pass. He caught it in the end zone. I've seen that plenty of times where they just said catch and fumble, and the other team, get it be a turnover. I haven't seen that kind of incomplete pass called before, in
Mhm.
what I think. But they did let you down too. They did have chances after that.
Yeah, yeah. What was it? I think Lamar Jackson got sacked on the very last play of the
Yeah,
game.
he got sacked on the very last play.
There's
And
that.
there's one thing I think about that team, man. Baltimore, they just don't make the play at the end of a big game. They don't make the play, man.
Nope.
This guy right here, you had Mark Andrews last year, dropped the ball in the playoff game. You had Lamar the other time when they decided to not run the ball, none in the game, and they lost in the playoff. All these different things that happen to you in the playoffs or big games, you got to win. You know, they'll have a 14 game regular season, 14 win regular season, and then go in the playoffs messing around. So I got to see it with them.
Well, the the only silver lining to all this is the division they're in, and the fact that you can kind of count on Pittsburgh to mess this up. So you're still in it. They beat them head to head, but
Hmm
it's still Pittsburgh. You
They
know.
still in it.
Yeah, yeah, they're
They
very much
still
in it.
in it. Yes. But you know one thing about Pittsburgh, they ain't gonna have no they ain't gonna have no losing season.
Nah,
They
Mike
gon'
Tomlin has never had a losing season.
they
That's
gonna
incredible.
win. They gonna win at least 2 more times. They gonna get to 9 wins.
Oh yeah.
Is Baltimore gonna get to 9? They got a chance, but we'll have to see.
See, yeah, the Saints held it down for me. Appreciate that. Uh, so that we can look at that either one or two ways. Either Tampa Bay's falling apart, or they're going to be really upset when they play us these two times in the next 4 weeks, and we're gonna have to deal with that.
I think I don't know, man. Tampa Bay been they had enough time to get themselves together because they've
Hmm.
been kind of they had got out to what wasn't they like 6-1 or something at the time
Yeah,
one
yeah,
time
yeah.
they
They
were
they
real
started off
hot
hot. Yeah.
and they fallen off cliff. I think they won like one game in the last 5 or 6. I don't know. I don't see them turning it around really.
Hey man, I'm riding with you on that. Um,
Yeah, I think
uh,
Carolina got, like I said earlier, I think Carolina got a good running game. They got good, now Baker Mayfield going to outplay Bryce Young, yeah, but
I don't know though. I don't, even, I don't I at least when they play us at the bank, I don't think so. Cause I don't know what got into the defense, man, but we got tired of being considered the NFL's doormat, and we're formidable this year. We play with a
hmm
a little
hmm
edge to us, and cause we had Matthew Stafford coming to the bank, and he had to take a L. Dak Prescott came into the bank, he had to take a L too, and those are two of the highest scoring offenses in the league. So I think we're going.
well, I was gonna say the Carolina defense, they're opportunistic now. They like Baker might throw for a lot of yards, but they gonna be like bending and not breaking. They gonna um they gonna stop them from getting touchdowns.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Um, because that's what I've seen them do in a lot of games. So I don't know. I mean, and I ain't one to because I know a lot of Carolina fans, obviously,
Yeah.
and I'll be keep it real with them the last couple of years. Like, man, y'all ain't gonna beat the Saints, the Falcons, all them. But this year, I think they're better.
Yeah, yeah. We definitely something. We
They
definitely
might win
something.
that division, man.
That's the way it's trending, man. But this the problem. When everybody starts thinking something, we have a tendency to let you down. Like think about the Saints game.
Yeah, but
The
they gonna
game
be
we should
up.
have won.
But they gonna be up for when they play the Bucks both times.
I just need Vegas to have us losing. That's what I need. I need Vegas to have us losing. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. Speaking of Vegas having somebody losing, the Colts season is over now. The Colts
Yeah.
put in all that work, and I hate to see it end this way, man. Daniel Jones, I think it was
Mhm.
an Achilles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
man,
done.
I hate that. I hate to see that for the guy, man. He was having a great comeback player
Mhm.
of the year type season, man. Great
And
comeback player of the year type season.
they looked very bad when after he got hurt, their offense could not move.
36-19, lost to the Jags. Another team who's having a great season. Trevor Lawrence could also be considered for comeback player of the year, in my opinion. Uh, Cattle, money though, man. I really hate it for the coach. You get almost to the promised land. You almost time to go to the
Mhm.
playoffs, and
Mhm.
especially now that the Texans are getting hot. Like I think the Texans are going to beat Kansas City tonight. To be quite honest with you,
I do too.
yeah,
I do too.
it's something about the way the way they really like respect and get up for their coach, D'Amico Ryans, man. No matter how bad the season may be going, because you got to think even when what's my man quarterback C.J. Stroud, his
Mhm.
sophomore his sophomore slump season, they still went to the didn't they still go to the playoffs?
They did, yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So yeah, they may mess around and surprise a couple folks, but won't surprise me tonight when they send Kansas City not home because Kansas City's at home. Just send them out the stadium, looking
Mhm.
bad. The battle of the bottom of the barrel. You had the Tennessee Titans playing the Cleveland Browns.
Bad, but Shador look good in that game, man.
That's what I was going to ask you about, man, because I didn't get to see
No,
any of that.
I watched it.
Okay,
Um, he had some good. He looked like their best quarterback option, man.
gotcha.
I mean, Dylan Gabriel should not get to play anymore. Just based on how Shador's played. I know the Titans, they still in the NFL. I don't think
True.
Dylan Gabriel would have done as well as Shador did in this game. Um, I find it funny though, because a couple times they had a chance to win that game, and the coach took Shador out of the game on one particular 2-point conversion when it was time for them to tie it up, when they were trying to
Mm.
tie it up. Shador was not in the game, and they ran some kind of trick play on a 2-point conversion. Titans stopped it and won. I don't
Well,
know, man. It seemed like, is this guy trying to sabotage Shador, something like that. It just didn't make sense to me. You want to, I mean, that happened. So, but Shador had a good game. He threw for like 340 yards, 4 touchdowns, and
my
1 pick.
this my thing. I mean, whether it's Shador Sanders or whoever back there. So you lead the you lead the team down the field on the drive to win the game. The
Mm-hmm.
quarterback that got you down there, you take him out of the game when it's
They they scored the touchdown. It was 31-29. They needed a 2-point play to tie it. They ran a 2-point play. Shador Sanders was not in the game. I mean, what's the deal there?
trying to think. Who's a decent college coach that doesn't have a job?
Oh
Watch,
man.
watch what I tell you. Watch, man. Stuff like that. Cause this is the thing. You can be a bad team, right? But if you're
Mhm.
starting to show promise to the point to where the fan base is now like, all right, we may be losing, but I see we're competing. That matters.
That matters.
But against the Titans, you can't lose to the Titans at home, man.
And look at how they're I'm surprised that locker room hadn't just blown up for real, because look at how this defense has been playing all year. Browns defense is real. I mean, I know they ain't but like 3-10 now or something like that, but their defense. This was the first game where they had a bad defensive game. They just were losing because they couldn't score anywhere. Now you
Mm.
score, and they can't stop anybody. But I'm saying professional athletes know who should be playing and who should not be playing. and the coach is saying, okay, we're gonna just keep doing this to so-called sabotage our season, man, locker room gonna blow up over that.
And
Normally it does.
because you gotta, and I'm just sitting here trying to figure out, well, who are you trying to tank to get in next year's draft?
I don't know.
Because there's no clear favorite to win the Heisman or nothing like that. So who are you trying to get?
And I mean, I don't get it. I don't get what they're doing because you drafted two quarterbacks. Shador is obviously proven himself to be, in my opinion, better than Gabriel. All you need, you should be trying to build the rest. You should be trying to build your offense up.
Some skill players.
Some skill players, and you ain't got to have a top draft pick to do that. You
Just
know,
some. Well, they probably don't have the money because Deshaun Watson's going to be placed back on that roster for
yeah.
2026. So they probably don't even
I,
have the
I
money to
ain't
go
even
get
thinking about
somebody.
that. You right. You right. He
Oh,
gonna
I
be.
can't believe that. I can't believe you leveraged your whole team's future on. Good God Almighty, that is insane, man.
But Deshaun Watson was a good player, though.
Yeah, but everything you gave up for him though, all
Yeah.
that he wasn't all that. He didn't want that in Houston. So why would you give him that to come to Cleveland, man? Can't nobody save Cleveland but the police and Jim Brown.
I agree that they gave up too much for him, and that contract was crazy. They should not have done that. But I won't say it was a mistake to get him because he had played well for those 3 or 4 years before he had that before he had all those issues with the massage and things. He
And
was
the
playing well.
injuries. Don't forget the
Yeah,
injuries.
and
Cause
the
they can,
injury.
man, they would have brushed him. If you were still able to play and be on the field, that massage stuff would have been a. You see, Robert Kraft, they ain't talked about it since he got like. They
Uh,
called him one time, you ain't heard nothing else about it. They'd have done
well,
the same thing for Deshaun Watson, man. Uh, talent, talent beats trouble. If the talent real
it
good,
does.
man.
It does. So yeah, he got all of a sudden he get to Cleveland, he can't play ball no more. It just seemed like that.
Right, you
So
get all the money in the world. The first
mhm.
almost fully guaranteed situation. Now, yeah, man, I'm hurt. So are you hurt just so you can go get the massages? Did you get hurt at the massage parlor? What happened to you, man? What happened? You out here blowing money on massages. That's what you're telling
and,
us?
and everything. I mean, clearly he decided he got the bag and he didn't want to play no more. You know, I mean, he like pulling the Zion Williamson on
Oh,
him.
man. Is he currently hurt or is he playing?
He hurt now, yeah. He hurt.
Again?
Dude, stay hurt, man. He got the same injuries. He got a hamstring injury right now.
See, not the sidetrack, but since we're talking about injuries, that's another thing. If you Chris Paul, you gotta be like, look here, man. You want to get rid of me. I come to work every day. You got a man over there who come to work 2 times a week in Kawhi Leonard.
Mm-mm.
Then you got James Harden, Mr. Throw the game if I get upset. But you want to get rid of me.
Hey, man, like you just said though, the talent trumps it all. They got more talent and got more game the way the Clippers want to play than Chris Paul does. Again, I think Chris Paul got some more left in the tank. He could be a good reserve player, but James Harden and Kawhi Leonard got more talent than him at this point. So no, you ain't getting. We keeping them. You got to go. But one thing I want to bring up about this situation, though,
Mm-hmm.
and Boogie Cousins said it on another podcast I watch, and I agree. People are not looking at Ty Lue enough in this situation and just with the situation overall with the Clippers. Because everybody's like, this guy is a great coach, great relationship, players coaching everything. Boogie was like, man, if he don't care for you, his communication style with you is not very good. Because he mentioned himself, Boogie mentioned himself, and he mentioned John Wall. when John Wall played for the Clippers, and he mentioned now Chris Paul that Ty Lue wasn't speaking to him when things got tough, or maybe they disagreed with some things that he was doing. And I thought, man, he's been on. Even though the Clippers have had a lot of talent on that team since Ty Lue has been the coach, and they've gotten to one. They got to the Western Finals one year, and he did a good job coaching that team that year because they had a whole lot of injuries. Remember, they had, I think, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard was hurt,
Right.
and he coached all the rest of those boys up.
That's Norman Powell had a breakout season during
Yeah,
during that
Norman
time.
Powell had another guy. I forget his name now, but he played well for them.
PJ, talking about PJ Tucker, maybe coming off the bench.
No, he was on the team. PJ Tucker was on the team, but
Okay.
I'm talking about another guy. He was a young player, and he don't play for the Clippers anymore. Gosh, I can't remember the name, but anyway, I'm saying the talent that they've had in with the Clippers since he's been there, they should have won more. I think they should have won more with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. I think they should win more now with Kawhi Leonard and James Harden. That Zubac cat is a good player that
Yeah.
they had. They should win more. I'm not saying they should win chips and stuff, but I'm saying that they should be making more noise in the playoffs than they have in recent years.
Well, the thing about getting to the playoffs with James Harden on your team is you're not going to go that far. You're not going. You got to win. You got to win 4-0 because if it go anything toward Game 7, he tense up. He tense up, man. Tenses up bad.
I get that, but I still think you look at before James Harden. James Harden just came there last year, or maybe a year before. When did James Harden come to the Clippers?
Let's see. I think this is James Harden's second season with the Clippers.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah, he ain't been there no long time. This is second season. When they had Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, and they had Zubac, and they had some other good players. You mentioned PJ Tucker. He's good. He on a good team as a role player. He's a good player for a team.
Right.
And gosh, this guy that I'm thinking of, he was the backup to Paul George when Paul George was playing. That team was a good team that should have been a Western finalist at minimum, in my opinion. Consistently, they were better than the Lakers at the time. They were better than even when they were in the bubble. Well, no, in the bubble, that's a long time ago. In the bubble, they had Doc Rivers on. He was their coach then.
Do you think that's what Ty Lue's about to get branded as, the next Doc Rivers?
Yes, that's why I brought his name up. Because I do, man. Living off that one championship that you got with LeBron.
Yep.
And getting to the playoffs and underachieving, it's just like Doc Rivers. You know, how long can you live off of that? But apparently
forever. I dare say forever. You can not only that, you can pull a whole how did it go? Was it Bobby Womack that took
yes.
Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers was the consultant to the guy, telling this guy, yeah, man, you should do this, that, and the third with the team. Yeah. So we're gonna fire him. Doc, you was the one giving him advice. Hey man, do you want the job? I wish you didn't trust me so much.
He sure did pull a Bobby Womack on him, took that man's job and everything. He was probably going behind after he meet with that guy, probably going talking to the GM right after. Man, he probably was doing that, but I think Ty Lue, he got to show me something, man, to warrant this great coach moniker that he's gotten.
I don't see where that would even come from, because it's like you had clearly generational talent on your championship team. So I can't consider that, like Erik Spoelstra. I ain't start taking Erik Spoelstra serious until he started consistently showing up like that. Eric Spoelstra took a
He's
team that they would have made a movie out of, like the basketball Bad News Bears, and went to the NBA Finals.
That's
Not
what I'm
not
saying.
just not even just the bubble, but then in real life outside the bubble, you took
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
took a Jimmy Butler led team, good player, not a superstar, a Jimmy Butler led squad to the NBA Finals. Eric Spoelstra is a heck of a coach.
He's a
That is a
good
great
coach.
coach. Yes.
That's right. He is. And I'm just saying, or the cat that's with the Pistons now, Bickerstaff.
Yeah.
He's a good coach because he took that Cavaliers team. No nobody expected nothing out of them.
Nah.
And I'm talking about not last year, the year before that, when he
Yeah,
was
I got you.
last year with them,
I
and,
got you.
and they were good then. Nobody expected that. So and look what he doing with the Pistons. Yes.
Number one in the East.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely didn't see this coming. Number one in the East, man.
Yeah. So I think people need to, let's just look at that and see how good of a coach this guy is for real.
It sounds like he just keep having problems with star point guards.
It may be. Well, that's a big problem to have. Point
Yeah,
guard run your team. You need to be
yeah.
on the same page with that guy.
Especially since that was your former position. You
Hmm.
think that the coach that used to play the position would have a better understanding of how to communicate with the other point guards on his team, but maybe it's
Yeah,
a lot of ego, and maybe it's a lot of ego both ways. You know what I
it
mean?
it,
Like,
it, it definitely can be that. Um, and but like my man said I heard this plenty of time, man. The Clippers gonna clip, man. Clippers gonna clip. You see, they got investigated by the league trying to throw Kawhi Leonard some money under the table, doing some. So they probably finna lose. I don't think they got that. They don't control their draft pick in the next draft.
no, the
So
Oklahoma City. I think it's the Oklahoma City
yeah,
Thunder that gets that
Oklahoma
top
City
nine
got
pick.
their pick from what trade? I don't know. I mean, you traded
Uh,
SGA years ago.
that yeah,
It's
I
still from
believe
SGA.
I think that's the trade, man. Cause they showed a graphic and they were like, if the season were to stop now and the draft was now, these would be the picks that the Oklahoma City Thunder would have, and they got like 5 picks in the first round
Mm-hmm.
to go along with that juggernaut that they got over there, man. They're gonna be good for at least the next 10 to 15 years.
They're gonna be
No,
good,
no
man.
trouble, no trouble at all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you keep up with boxing?
Somewhat, man. I not as much as I used to because of just
Okay.
what can happen to the sport, man. But somewhat. I know a few of who you. I mean, I know about Terrence Crawford, and I guess he's really the only guy that I really know. I know Errol Spence. I know he ain't fought in a long time.
Phew, yeah, because of the guy you named first.
Yeah, but I
Anytime
don't. I
some
don't.
Anytime somebody make you look like Martin did after Tommy the Hitman Hearns
Oh
fought him on that show in real life, man,
man,
I'd
he,
hang it up.
he
I'd hang
put
it
it
up, cuz.
on.
Yeah.
He put it on him, man, but I don't know any other boxers besides those guys.
Okay. Okay. That's
Mhm.
yeah, I'm into boxing, man, and this past weekend they had a really, really great, even the undercard was great on this last fight. And this was Lamont Rose Jr. fighting Isak Pitbull Cruz. The two guys in the main event, they had lost to Javante Davis previously. I don't know if you know that name.
Mhm.
Javante Tank Davis.
Mhm.
Yeah, they
No,
both
I don't. I had to catch up on that, man. I like watching good fights. I just
yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's so many. But see, I guess what backed me up off of boxing was what happened to the heavyweight division. There's
Mhm.
no heavyweights anymore, and I used to like watching them. And then I guess my era of boxing when I was really into it was when you had Shane Mosley, De La Hoya, Zab Judah, and that era, man,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and those guys. After that, man, I just kind of fell off with it. I
I
might,
get
I
you.
might get on it since you want it though, man. I'll check some of it out.
and I could understand how you got off of it because back then a lot of fighters were ducking each other because everybody was so worried about going undefeated and
Yes.
some of the contracts weren't right and some of the promoters just didn't want some of their guys fighting other promoters guys for whatever selfish reasons. But I'm telling you now, Turkey Al Sheikh over there in Saudi Arabia, he's the one putting together all these great fights. He's the one responsible for the Canelo Alvarez Terrence Crawford fight that happened previously.
Mm-hmm.
All the big name fighters now, he has the money to put up the fights to have the great cards, and it seems like some of the other promoters now are understanding or finally figuring out that we're gonna have to keep up, or nobody's gonna pay attention to our fighters now. So it's a lot of great fights being made. This
What
past weekend,
what divisions would you say is the best one to watch now?
ooh,
Weight class, I mean.
oh yeah. Well, I'm a just like you. I'm a welterweight. I was a welterweight fan for a long time. I was in Atlanta watching that Shane Mosley Mayweather fight.
Mhm.
So that was always my division. But now, man, it's wide open. Like even the heavyweight division. Usyk is running the heavyweight division now. A little short, like Ukrainian. I call him the Ukrainian Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
The only difference between him and Mike Tyson is he's winning the fights against known guys. Mike Tyson wasn't winning his fights against the known fighters. It's the guys you
Mhm.
kind of, you know, later on in his career, the guys that you knew of and heard of, they were beating Mike. See, all the
Yeah.
guys before that, I wasn't really, up on them to say if they were, bums or not. Like, ain't nobody a bum that get in the ring, but you know what I'm saying, just
Yeah, yeah.
professionally speaking. Like Peter McNeely. I thought Peter McNeely was a butcher. I ain't know Peter McNeely was
Yeah,
a was a
yeah,
boxer.
yeah.
So yeah. But it's a lot of great fighters, a lot of great up and coming fighters now, man. It's
I I did hear about, Terrence Crawford getting his belt pulled because he ain't pay a fee or something
Yeah,
for
man.
for
Yeah, he's like, you're not going pretty much like, man, you ain't going to extort me, man. No, man, I'm not paying you to keep a belt that I won. What are you talking about?
okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think this was like $300,000 or something like that. Like
Yeah.
that, what? That don't even make sense. Imagine having to pay for your NBA championship ring every year. That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, so I guess he's no longer undisputed since they
Mhm.
stripped the belt from him. But everybody saw the fights. You can't undo the
Yeah.
damage that the man did.
And that dude, he needs some competition, man. He whooping I mean, he look like I like the way he fights, man, because he ain't running really. I mean, he tries to dodge the punches and stuff, but he's not running trying to just use defense to win fights. He goes on the offense too. And I like that with him. He fights in a good fundamental way.
Yeah, he has a great fundamental understanding of the game. But to me, he's an unorthodox fighter because he can switch stances at any given
Yeah.
moment. And
Yeah.
plus, like I don't think did you watch the Canelo fight at all?
I did watch that one.
So in the Canelo fight, what impressed me was every time Canelo would throw one, he'd make it a point to throw at least two back every
Mhm.
time. There was no pot shot, hit him once, then see what he's doing, what he's about. Nah, I'm gonna keep you off balance, so I'm gonna hit you with two just cause. And then
Mhm.
soon as you think you got my rhythm, here come that other, you know what I mean? Here come that other hand. So I'm like, that's great technique, great technique. Um,
Yeah.
Stephen Fulton Jr. Oh no, not that fight. No, that fight sucked. Wrong one. Frank Martin, the Frank Martin fight against Rancis Bartholomew. Man, you want to talk about knockout of the year?
Mhm.
Good God Almighty! I mean, he caught that man flush with the left hand. Like when he hit him, knocked him out. You know how a boxer knocks somebody out, then they cheer. He knocked this
Mhm.
man out, cheered, then looked back and seen that man eyes still closed and he wasn't getting up. Dude went over there and looked like he started praying for the cat right then. Straight up.
8:58, man. Let me give you. I gotta run just for 1
Oh,
second. I'll be.
nah, you cool, man. But you cool, cause the night game getting ready to come on anyway. You good, man. You good. We
Okay.
could, yeah, we can sign off, man. Hey,
Oh,
thank
no
y'all.
problem. I was gonna
Yeah,
come
yeah.
right back, but okay.
I understand. Hey, we good. It's been an hour, man. Yeah, it's
I
been an hour.
enjoyed it again, man.
Absolutely. We're gonna do it again next Sunday, same time, same channel.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. 58 South, Mr. Roberson. Don't forget, whenever you go outside, take God with you. Y'all be kind. Y'all be careful, man. Peace.
Thanks a lot, Doc.
Yes, sir.
All right.